Let's take a look at the unofficial depth chart. And this is, you get down to like 47, 48. It's all changeable, almost on an hourly basis. There you go. You see the starters, Jedrick Willis and Kendall Lamb is the second stringer. Joel Batonio and J.C. Treader. And Treader did show up at practice yesterday in full battle gear, and hopefully that stays on. Nick Harris would follow him up. Wyatt Teller, and Jack Conklin are the guards and tackles on the right side. And then you've got Evan Brown and Chris Hubbard on the other side in the second position. I think that the average fan, and I'm including guys like us, really aren't good at grading offensive linemen. But we hear stuff from other linemen, other coaches, and so on. What are you hearing about the Browns? If that's the starting lineup, what do you think about it?
Well, I think a lot of it really is going to depend on Treader. If we know his history, this guy doesn't miss game. And I'm sure that's in the back of his mind as he comes out to practice this week. You know, with 1 week of practice, is he going to be the same player that we've known him to be? It's a tough challenge for anybody to do that. But if he can get through the Baltimore game, you know, we've got another game the Browns have another game 4 days later. This is a tough start for a guy that's been injured, and that's the concern I would have. If he's healthy, I think it's an offensive line that has a chance of being a pretty good one. If he's not,
I think I would go opposite of what you're thinking, if I'm thinking correctly, and that is, the heck with the first game. If you lose it, you lose it. Make sure you don't lose the next one against Cincinnati. That being the case, if you have to sit Treader for game one, sit him.
Well, you know, I think what they're thinking is that obviously the doctors, they may have been keeping Treader out as long as they could, thinking that they could get him ready in time. They don't want him having wear and tear going into the Baltimore game. Maybe that's the thought.
Could very well be.
I think if the doctors are telling you that J.C. Treader is ready to play, and he's telling you the same thing,
yeah, you're not stopping him.
As a head coach, you put him in there and play him. And
Absolutely.
if you have to sub for him, you have to sub for him.
Let's take a look at